Yo, what's going on guys, this is the Ecom boss, and in today's video we're gonna talk about the mental struggles when you're trying to dropship or just business in general. Because this thing, it could affect your mental health a lot. You could get super depressed, you could get super happy, you could even get bipolar, I guess. I've seen that on myself. It's been rough, dude. It's been rough to get to this point, but we're gonna go over that in a second. Before all that, I'm gonna announce the giveaway winner. If you guys just go down, drop a like on this video, you give this video a comment, you could be the next one to get a free 30-minute consulting call giveaway. So make sure you guys subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway winner is Faris Seba. You can message me, my Instagram will be here. If you want to get into coaching, my Instagram will be here as well. The results been incredible so far. So, dropshipping, mental struggle. This business is hard. This thing can be hard. It can break you down in any way. You could be super angry, you could be super motivated, you could be super happy, especially if you guys have a problem with, leaving things unfinished, starting up a lot of things. I used to be like that, starting things and leaving it unfinished. So, if you guys have a problem, starting things, leaving them unfinished, I used to be like that back in the days. I did everything, started it up, left it unfinished. That's always been my personality, to be honest. Always starting up things but leaving it unfinished. However, when I started succeeding with this thing, I knew that business is not a thing you can start up and leave it unfinished. Like, if you leave it unfinished, you're gonna feel sad, of course. So in business, there's gonna be days when you don't want to do it. Of course, I'm even like that to this day. Or honestly, that was a lie. I wake up every single day and like super pumped to my friend to come over and film videos. Anyways though, there will be days where you just don't feel motivated at all. I've been there, especially if you're grinding to get to a certain point and you haven't tasted it yet. However though, what's definitely gonna help you is first time you taste success. I remember the first time like I was renting Airbnb, seeing cool cars, everything like that. That was like, at that point, I felt like I'm not going back. It's like, that's the thing, guys. If you're struggling with motivation, like the first time you sit behind like the steering wheel of a Lamborghini, I don't think you're gonna stop. You're just gonna wake up so motivated the next day to keep that comfort going. However though, this thing, you could definitely get depressed, because keep in mind, you're playing with your money and you're playing with your emotions. You might lose a lot of money when trying to get into e-commerce, trying to get into Shopify, and that's rough, dude. I used to like have $500 and then I lost the $500, and then I wouldn't even get sad. I didn't care if I lost $500. If I lost $500, I just went back and tried to gather a new $200. And for you guys saying I can't get a job, then you should just ask 500 different companies if you can work for them. You will most likely get a job. If not, freelance on the internet, that could also work. Also guys, in business you can't bring your emotions. It's not a smart idea whatsoever, because I used to bring my emotions into business dealing with other people as well. Like in this day, if I have to deal with other people in business, if I lose a partner in business to this day, it's not cool. It's definitely not funny, but the thing is, I don't let it affect me to that degree. Even if I get sad over the whole business, I can't deal with it like that, because I can't bring emotion into business. And also guys, like, it can't be worse than it already is. If you're starting a business from like a low point, you can't get worse. You can get sad because you don't make it work, but I think most people making a super successful business go through like a certain grade of depression. I really think so. Like, I've been there, not really heavy, but every once in a while there's been nights where I just feel super bad. Honestly, I don't want to get up in the morning. I don't want to do that. There's been days like that. This affected my health a lot, honestly. I can definitely talk about it. Affected a ton of thing up in my brain, but at the end of the day, I'm super happy I made it work. I think working 9 to 5 would probably affect me even more in the long term, but I'll probably be more happy, off. But the difference between business and 9 to 5 is you could get a certain rush. If you don't feel happy too much because you're overwhelmed with the business, you land that deal, you do that thing, you make that store pop off, like, you just get a rush through your whole body that a 9 to 5 can't get you. So even if you're not too happy running the business, at least you can get those rushes that you only can get from substances. Normally you could get that from a business, which makes this a super cool model to follow in your life. Business takes a good amount of mental strength, to be honest. It really do. And a lot of people, they break, they fell off, and if you fall off, you're probably not gonna end up coming back. Like, I see people all the time, starting up, and then I don't hear from them in 2 months, and then they come back starting up again, and then I don't hear from them for 6 months, and they join this weird program, then they're gone, and then they come back, and they just keep going like that. Consistency beats everything you want to win this business. Nothing but consistency. That's the only thing that will make it work for you guys. Nothing else. Motivation is not a thing. And the other thing, guys, when you don't feel motivated, and this is a fact, like, believe it or not, I used to not believe it either. If you're disciplined, you get your work done, it becomes motivating. That's the thing. Like, I might sit in front of my computer for 3 hours working and feeling sad and just feeling bad, and then after those 3 hours, just randomly up in my brain, I'm like, let's do this. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be a billionaire. Something like that, So that's really how it works. Like, if you work when you're just feeling down, all of a sudden you just get the rush, even though you feel bad. I don't know why, you just get the rush of super motivation. I don't know if that I have a disorder or anything like that, but you really do get the rush. And that's the cool thing about this whole business thing. So don't dwell of losing money, don't dwell of anything, don't blame other people. It's all on you, it's your fault. You got to take responsibility, guys. But if you lose money, you don't care about that. You figure out how to make more money. You lose all your money, okay, start up a freelancing business. However, guys, if you're lonely, this thing is lonely. It's lonely at the top. You can't expect one of your friends from high school to join you to business. Maybe you might work super hard and he's just becoming lazy or whatever. You try to keep these guys motivated, trying to get your friends on. It doesn't work. You got to be lonely, guys. I was lonely for at least 6 months, and then I just randomly made it pop off. It really worked and it felt good. It was quite cool. But of course, there's not a lot of people really to share it to, unless I would be in the States, like I was actually planning on. I was planning on being in the States right as we speak now. But not really, so I only have one guy that I'm actually sharing this business with who has the same vision. So I'm gonna say, guys, it's super lonely, and it will always be, but you gotta go through this alone, guys. And this builds such a character. That's the fascinating thing. It builds the mindset, it builds the character. You just gotta go through those bad days, and if every day is a bad day, you gotta blame yourself for real. You gotta make something change in your mind. You gotta start to find things that, you know, gives joy. But the easiest part to burn out in business is probably to combine it with video games, because when you feel a certain high of a video games of hitting a headshot or something, the high you will feel from your business when you do this and that won't be the same, because you already experienced something even greater that same day. So that's actually why it's good to work on a bad day, because on a bad day you've not felt anything that was good, which means what's good is going to be high. But if you just played a video game here and then you get this from business, it's not going to beat it. So it won't be, you know, the same effect. So that's why usually you should just get up, you should just get to work, and you shouldn't do anything that makes you happy really in that day. I'm not saying be depressed, that's not what I'm saying at all. But if you could try to, you know, exchange your bad behaviors, such as probably video games or stuff like that, which makes you super happy, you could try to get that rush from a business instead. It truly do work. And like I said, guys, spend 3 hours super demotivated and the motivation rush just comes. But a lot of people have it hard to work when there's no deadline, and you know, there are things you can't do anything about. There are things that's bad, like some guy told me right now, or a little bit earlier. I can read it right here. For me, it's just hard to work when there's no For me, it's just hard to work when there's no immediate deadline like school has. Yes, we're saying that school has a deadline, which makes it easier to work, which I can totally relate to this, guys, because if you have a test coming up on Friday and it's Wednesday, it's going to be way easier to putting in the work. But what this guy's saying as well is sort of he's not disciplined. He blames the deadline to a certain degree. But guys, you can't get a deadline. That's how it is. You just can't get a deadline. But you can make up deadlines in your own head. You can make deals with your parents. I'm going to drop out of school if I make this money within 6 months. You know, you can make those deadlines. But a 6-month deadline, you know, it could be harder to work for than, you know, a test in 2 days. I don't know, vi kan snakke om her. Guys, I used to be denied all the time. I was even considering going door to door mowing people's lawns. But whatever I did, I got denied. My parents denied me. Nobody believed in me. But still, you gotta figure out, think about this question. Why do some people win and some people fall off and some people don't get it? Like, this is not as easy as the gurus tell you. They make it seem super easy. It's not. Getting to this point was super hard. Like, if it was easy, everyone would be driving a Lamborghini. You know, your first winning product will not pop off. I had 2 people in the coaching spending $10 and found winners, but most people are not like that. You gotta be consistent. Consistency beats everything. My alarm to wake up on my phone says consistency when I wake up. It's not even a joke. I wish I could play it, but it's gonna be copyright strike. So don't listen to the gurus, guys. It's not true. You gotta test a lot of products. You gotta lose money. Dropshipping is a business that requires money as well. So if you found this video helpful, I want you to go down. You smash the like on this video right like this. You smash the like. Oh yeah. And then you drop a comment, and then you subscribe to this channel, and you'll be seeing me in the next video. Peace.